Hello everyone, this is Ram Solar Gardening, Ram Giberson Chanel, Athens, Georgia. Today I want to talk about a little bit how I built this pond, and then it looked big. And I personally stacked a lot of rock that you see there with one person that helped me. It took about 3 months to do it. And starting from, I hire a person to come in and help me with the backhoe and dug the hole, and then we just kind of carve the pond and build the pond from there. And then I'm gonna go grab the camera. Today I don't have the camera person that will help me. So I'm gonna go get the camera and then talk about what's kind of briefly a little bit about what's not to the double detail, of course. I'm gonna show you a little bit more of the waterfall. And sorry. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the pond. Give me a chance to kind of operate it just a little bit. I move it down very slow. And forgive me, kind of by myself. What you see in the pond there, and the green thing that's floating there, it's called duckweed fern. It grows in the water, but I allowed it to grow because my duck love in the summer. I would scoop it up and then give it to the ducks, and it's very, very high protein nutrition for the ducks. And actually in Thailand they raise this in the pond, and then they scoop it up and then to sell in the market. The people using it like in a high nutrition, iron, phosphate, and all kind of potassium and things, nitrogen in this plant, and then people do eat it. They clean it real good and they put it in a soup or salad. It kind of like I never ate it, so you know. They said it's pretty good, so I would assume it probably be kind of like lettuce or something like that. But in us, we don't eat them. So, but anyway, but we could. But before you try, please check it out. We'll on live for sure, because people in Thailand eat them. They might use to that. So, and what you see in the mellow there, it's the seaweed, which I intentionally put it here in the winter. It looked kind of like that. Then it cleaned the water, because I had a lot of ducks in the pond, and you know they poop in the water constantly. If we don't have a lot of water to clean the pond, and then the water is not going to be clear like that. So this pond is pretty big. You see the wall. You see the wall. They're coming up like this. And then that wall going down all the way to the bottom of the pond. So the duck, you know, sometimes if we don't, when I first started, I didn't put it all the way to the bottom of the pond, so the duck scooped down and they came through. So I have to kind of rebuild that, you know, build it all the way to the bottom, and now they cannot come out. So they're pretty happy with the environment that they're in. I try to create it as much natural as much as possible. For them, which is they provide a very, very good egg for me, and for a lot of people who never taste duck egg and get to try, and the people who want duck egg get to have. So in some time soon, I'm gonna have a little bit more duckling, a little bit more duck baby to add on to it. So this pond, so I'm gonna walk slowly over there. So, you know, this pretty big project, but believe it or not, I handled it with me and one person. Be very patient, because I did not, the pond we built earlier on the other side, I learned that it caused a lot of problems, so I learned how to build it myself. So, because I learned how to build it myself, now by the time we built this one, I'm sorry, I'm going to walk this way by the bush so I can get to the waterfall real close. And by the time I built this one, I really know how to handle this. So what you see inside there is a moss. moss. To a lot of people, you might think that's very, very dirty. But actually, it's a natural sources because I am into natural. So I keep the natural theme. What you see kind of like look like thread right there, you know. I could go in and then cut it out and clean it out to let more room. But for right now, what you see in there, it's the roots of the magnolia plant right next to that, and then they kind of go in there, and then they kind of drink the water. Then what you see here, it's the beautiful moss. I don't clean it because in the season, all season, right now there are a lot of lava, the dragonfly domes inside this pond, and also during early spring the frog will lay egg, and then now the tadpole became tadpole. The tadpole is in the water right now, and what you see now is their home. You may think that's dirty now up here looking, but it functions very well, and actually it's not really dirty. It's just how the way nature works. You know, I mean, what you see, all the green and those kind of algae and the seaweed that grow in there, and then the root is the benefits from the water to feed the magnolia, and then the moss that grow on the moss is some kind of lichen that grow on the rock, and then they kind of like plant actually. They're not really dirty at all like the way that we think. So the lava rock right here, big pieces that you see here. I'm trying to be very stable. Okay, now this lava rock right there, I have a person carve and then connected to the pipe that come from the pump, and then let it flow out. Lava rock is very, very easy to build something like that. You bore from the bottom up, and then it come from the top, and then you kind of open the top like this a little bit. This lava rock is kind of gray, but the reason it's gray because it comes from California, and then later on, I will clean up a little bit, like maybe another week or two or something. I will clean up the dead grass and then clean up the roots just a little bit. But for right now, in the winter, there's a lot of tadpole and the dragonfly lava domes in there, so I don't want to disturb the nature, have that work. So my gardening is, I combine between the beautiful and also work with nature. All the stone that you see stacking up in no concrete. Freehand stacking in the pond and everywhere. So underneath the rocks, there's a lot of home for other substance that live in the garden. Other people may think they're dangerous for you, but they're not. You know, they're home. I learned. I've been gardening for so many years. I learned about them, and I know they are more terrified of us than we are terrified of them. So and they live in the nature, and then they harmonize with nature. If we are our nature, you know, we human, we are part of nature. So we live with them and be with them, and then help the nature develop. And I have to mention again, I am not against the people who use chemical, but I don't use it in my garden. And once in a while, you know, if I can't help that, I may use a little bit of weed prevention. I may use a little bit of that. But if I can help that, I would not use it at all. But you know, we're not perfect. Sometimes we do have to do things that to keep things healthy. I understand that. So, okay, now I'm gonna go to the area. I'm gonna walk really slowly because besides talking about the pond briefly, I'm gonna show you what I am prepare the plants to. I have propagated some plant that I would like to put in the market. Right now they're not ready. I got Japanese maple and I got thing that I put in the pots. Normally, I am not selling these things, but this year I am supporting many things, organization, not organization, a small supporting that if they cannot help themselves at a time, then I will try to help them to help themselves. That kind of what I do. So a little bit, little there and there, it helped a lot. So that's a duck pond from the inside, from the outside in. And then I'm gonna go this way slowly. Bear with me, bear with me. And then the palm grass that you see here, it been knocked out from the frost a couple weeks ago, but it didn't really matter, you know. Within another week or so, that thing I will be cut it off, and then when the temperature get warm, probably about I don't know, sometime mid-March, early March, you can never tell when. They're gonna send out the new one to be no problem at all. So this garden built to be very natural. Big garden. As you see, I am not building a formal garden. I'm building very, very, very natural. Let's put it that way. Natural garden. So I'm gonna move this way. Along the trail that you're gonna be seeing here, it's a lot of little dwarf mondo. The matter of fact, I have to say this. This trail I built up myself. I laid a stone on my own, and then the stone that been stacked right here. It's like that all the way to the bottom of the pond. This pond, in some part, is about 12 feet deep. The reason I did it that way because I want to have a lot of water here, so that way the duck poop in the water, the content of the water, the volume of the water is not gonna help the water clean. If it's not enough water, it might get dirty. Let's put it that way. So this stone that you see here, it built all the way up to the bottom of the pond to hold what you see here on the top. On the bottom of the pond, you don't see it, but they're all stacking down, all the way down to the bottom. And I and one man would do that day after day, about 3 months in the winter time. We use out all the winter time. And then he handed the stone to me, and I stacked them. So proud to have done that. So as you see the walk here, I laid it myself, and then plant a little mondo. Bed by bed, they're not that thick like that. When I first planted them, I went out and got a little teeny tiny mondo, and then I grew them a little bit. And then, you know, I got like maybe a flat or something like that. And each one, each one of little mondo, I would tear them up into pieces and then plant them in between the cracks. So today, as you see how thick it would be. I think it was about maybe almost 10 years now. You know, I lost track of time. And this is the plan that I wanted to. I only prepare. I would do more, you know, right now. This Mexican grape hyacinth, and this is a money plant. Some of them are pink, some of them are white. And then the poppy, I don't know how they're gonna turn out, but for right now, you know, sometimes it's very, very cold, they look really good. Consider I don't have a greenhouse to protect them or anything like that. I just have the green clock there, pour it over when it's gonna get freeze. Otherwise, I just open and then let them be like this. So what you see here is a yucca that I took from what you see in the front. And then plant them in there, and this it's very, very, very easy to propagate these things. And this is flax, you know, if I'm off for my garden. And then some of the time I'm gonna show you how to do this, or I do all the plants that you see here, right here, that I'm gonna put in the market. Deer would eat flax. But Ajuka, they don't. When I have more time, I explain into a little bit detail. And it's all from the garden, from my garden. And then they plant it a bit, And I do share. If you just want some, let's say, okay, I love this, and I kind of have some handful or something like that. I'll give you by the handful or give you by the bucket. How about that, huh? So the reason I'm selling it, I'm using it a little bits and pieces that I can collect and then to help the people who cannot help themselves, and then to kind of, when I help people, I don't attempt to change their life or to make their life rich, anything like that, but to help them at the moment that they need help. And that's what I'm doing here. This plant is gonna go for that. So I have quite a bit lined up already, as you see. Wow, I talked to you a lot today about a little bit about waterfall, just the variety, and then keep you interesting, and then I hope you interesting enough to come back here and see me every day, because I'm trying to put in the video once every day. Sometimes they're gonna be a lot of learning, sometimes gonna be just sharing, and today I'm sharing the plan that I'm gonna be put it out for you guys to come see, and then just take a look if you want, or just to come and walk in the garden or something like that in springtime. And then I get to sorry, I'm gonna go slow because I move too fast, and then it's not really appealing. So I'm gonna come back this way. Follow me, please. And I am really, very trying to be patient. And I get a chance to explain to you a little bit about the waterfall, how I built, and not to the depth of detail, of course, but enough that it just to start the idea, in your mind. And the reason I mention that, because if you think about building some kind of, it doesn't matter how big or how small, waterfall or sidewalk, anything like that, in your garden, this is a cool, nice time to do, and it's not a lot of insect, mosquito you have to deal with. It's not a lot of heat, and also it's not a lot of weed, something like that you have to deal with. And if you want to do a little bit of waterfall, maybe a walkway or something like that, this is a great time to do it. And in the next section, I will show you a little bit of walkway, and then I'm going to show you what I use to build the walkway to make it very, very, the make texture between the smooth and the roughness, and then use whatever you don't have to spend a lot of money to buy, and then you just kind of install them that way. And and that's what I'm going to be aiming for. And today it's just a little brief introduction about how I build this pond, and then I thank so much for you being with me every day, and appreciate it very much. And I have people from Thailand that watching this too. I'm gonna say it to them in Thai. Hello, Thai friend and family, and hello Kunai Noi too. And thank you very much for following me. ขอบคุณมากๆที่ติดตามโปรแกรมของแรมนะ แล้วก็ส่งสิ่งที่เป็นกำลังใจให้แรมด้วย ขอบคุณมากๆกันสวัสดีค่ะ and I just tell them that I thank them, and I say hello with them, and I appreciate it. They follow us, and then to American people, to all in the bottom of my heart, I thank you, and please get together every day, and then see what we can learn, and then help support me to go on, because whatever I make, I build, it's gonna go to all the good causes and help the people who cannot help themselves at a time, and then to support those plant people. I think they're all good things and make our heart happy. And then I'm really happy to be sharing this with you today. Please, we see each other again, and Ram Solar Gardening, Ram Giberson Channel. I thank you very much.